crafty monsters. How is everybody doing today? I hope everybody is fabulous. So, in today's fabulous tutorial, we are going to be making these adorable Valentine cards that are, they're I'm trying to make them to where you could give them for maybe your brother, maybe your friend, maybe your husband. Damn, boo-boo. This chair is kind of squeaky. It's probably all like, help, help. Okay, well, let's stop squeaking, okay? So, like I said, you could give these to basically a male. So I'm not making them to where they're too girly or or any pinks or anything like that. So we just stood with the blacks, the silvers, and the grays and the red. So that's basically what we stood with in these color schemes. And then on the inside it just says a happy Valentine's Day. Very simple. Very, very, very simple, my friend. So, these are not that hard to make. You guys really don't need that much supplies. Now, I'm sure that a lot of you guys have maybe some little heart dies. I use 2 heart dies and then I use a paper puncher. So, it was just kind of showing you guys that there's different things that you guys could use. It doesn't necessarily just have to be a die. You could do the paper puncher or whatever it is. Whatever you like, boo-boo, whatever you like. So, these are super simple so that you can go ahead and create a dozen of them or maybe even more, however many you are going to need for as many boo-boos as you have in your life. So anyway, let's not waste any more time and get down to business, and I will see you in a bit. So in this tutorial, we're going to be making these amazing little cards. And to start off, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and use our stamp. Now, I would tell you guys where to purchase this stamp, but I really don't know, because what happened was I purchased this stamp as a used stamp from eBay off of somebody who was getting rid of their stamps. So I don't know where they purchased this stamp. It's fairly old. It's by Inkadoodle. I'm going to keep trying my hardest to find the link, but it's just, abstract shapes and stuff. And so I'm going to do them in a fog gray. And I'm going to go ahead and just stamp that as the background. And then go ahead and just clean your stamps, because that's always most important, to keep your stamps clean. And then afterwards, what we're going to do is I'm going to get a ruler. And I'm going to do some like abstract lines. But right here, I'm just going to put a little heart. Instead of a sentiment, I'm just basically going to put that little heart stamp on the very bottom. And then we're going to go ahead and stamp our sentiment in the inside of our card bases. This little stamp set, I purchased it at Michael's. It is a current stamp, so you guys will be able to find this. This stamp does come with a embossing folder for card making. But in this case, we're just going to use it for the inside of our sentiment. And then what we are going to do is we're going to go ahead and glue the black mat onto the red card base. And this is just basically going to be peeping out on the edges. And I just want it to be a little bit black. I'm trying to keep this card a little bit more masculine than anything. This is perfect if you're going to give this to a son or to a nephew, or maybe your grandfather, your father, or your husband. This is perfect. And so right here, I'm just going to get the ruler and I'm just going to do like little lines here and there. It's just to give it a little bit more something. I don't have a stamp, and this just shows you guys that you don't need to have a stamp. You could go ahead and do things freehand. It's just, you don't have to be perfect. It just, doing little abstract lines, and it just gives it a little bit more interest to it. Not to mention, it just pulls everything together. So now we're going to go ahead and just put that card mat onto our card base. And then we're just going to go ahead and start, cutting out some hearts and stuff with our paper punchers. And we're going to do 3 silvers per card. and we're going to go ahead and do some red ones, and we're going to go ahead and do some black ones, and we're just going to do a mixture of hearts. It's going to be kind of like a little heart explosion. And you guys can use any kind of heart dies that you guys have. I mean, offhands, use what you got, guys. Seriously. That's the key right here in making any kind of card. It's just really using what you got. So right here, I'm just going and I'm cutting out a bunch of them. I might not use them all, or I might use them all. You never know. It's a surprise. So that's basically what I'm doing here. And those red hearts, because they're the main focus, I'm going to go ahead and emboss those. And I did moisten the paper before I put it into my emboss folders. That's just a little tip that you guys have seen me do before. So we're going to give those a little bit time to dry because they are a little bit moist. And in the meanwhile, we're going to start preparing everything so that we can go ahead and start to stick these little bad boys on there. Now they're still a little bit moist, but I figure that they will dry by the time, we're done with the whole entire card. So go ahead and stick your foam dots on here if you're going to have them raised. These are the only ones that are going to be raised. Everything else will be, oh my God, excuse me. Everything else will be just glued straight directly down to the actual card mat. And so right here, there really isn't no right or wrong way to do this. You guys just go ahead and put the little hearts wherever your little heart desires. I'm just making them into like a little cluster of hearts here and there, mostly keeping everything to the left side of the card. It's just like everything is coming from the left side is basically what I'm trying to make it look like. And like I said, you just really put them however, you arrange them to your liking, and you could overlap some, you could basically separate them, or whatever it is that you guys want. This is just kind of a little idea. If you guys were looking for a little bit more of a masculine card, this would be it. It's super simple, super fast. This is it, guys. That's how easy it was to make these little bad boys, boo-boos. See, it was super easy. You really didn't need a lot of tools. Did you guys like how I did the little lines right there? Freehand. So that just goes to show you, you can add a little something to your cards, like those lines, and it just gives it like a little extra something, It's just a little something, mijo, mija, whatever. It's just, I don't know. I like that little abstract kind of look that I got on this little card, and how we basically embossed the main heart to give it that texture. So it has that elevation on all of them. Pero mira que tan cute, ¿verdad? So you can make a lot of these. So you can give out to your coworkers, or you could give to your kids so that they can send out to their classmates. These are probably for kids that are already in their teenage years, because they're a little for like an older kid. Because a little kid is not going to want this one. They're going to want whatever is in style right now, which my babies are 16. So I don't know what's going on in the world right now of cartoons and stuff, so I don't know what's out. But I'm pretty sure they have a lot of Valentines of those. So anyway, that's probably what your babies want. So make them some cute cards. Also, if you have little kids, we did a video on 3x3 cards. You should definitely check that out, because they're super adorable. And those are basically for little kids. So like I said, that's how easy it was to make these little bad boys. I hope that inspires you guys to make some of your own. Stop slamming my stuff on my table, boo-boo. Anyway, I hope that inspires you guys to make some stuff or cards. I said stuff, like I don't know what these are called. To make cards of your own, because anything that you make is personal, and that is worth more than any card that you buy at the store. Obviously, seriously, we all know that, boo-boos. Come on. And I guess that's it for now, my little crafty monsters. I hope you enjoyed that video as much as I enjoyed making it for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button, as well as that notification button. So you guys will get notified every time I upload a video and you guys don't miss out. So, until next time, my little crafty monsters, goodbye.